When people think about Frederick, Maryland, they usually picture the historic buildings in Carroll Creek, but that's really only the beginning. Frederick is the kind of place where you can hike to a waterfall in the morning, eat at an incredible restaurant that evening, and somehow end up watching live music, minor league baseball, or people racing bicycles from the 1800s. We'll get to that. So whether you're visiting, thinking about moving here, or already live nearby, these are the 5 best ways to experience what makes Frederick special. And stay with me because I'll finish with a speed round of honorable mentions that could probably become their own video. I'm Matthew Fields, and I'm here to help you decide where the right place is to call home by giving you real, honest insight into what life is actually like here in Maryland. Let's get to it. Number 1. Experience downtown Frederick and Carroll Creek. If you only have one day in Frederick, this is where I would begin. Downtown Frederick is a nationally recognized historic district filled with locally owned shops, restaurants, and historic buildings from different eras. But Frederick isn't a historic display that shuts down at 5 o'clock. People live here, gather here, and regularly come downtown to enjoy everything the city has to offer. Market Street and Patrick Street form the heart of downtown, but make sure you walk down to Carroll Creek Park. What looks like a beautiful waterfront park is also part of an important flood control project. After major flooding repeatedly damaged downtown, the city built a system that carries flood water through the underground conduits beneath the park. The creek, bridges, landscaping, and gathering spaces were then developed above it. So one of Frederick's most recognizable attractions is also the infrastructure that helped protect and revitalize downtown. Number 2, make dinner the main event. Dining isn't just something you squeeze between activities in Frederick. It can be the activity, and there are enough options to keep any foodie very busy and very well fed. Frederick's agricultural roots, craft beverage scene, and a mix of local and international flavors give it more dining variety than you might expect from a city this size. You'll find everything from burgers, barbecue, and international cuisine to chef-driven restaurants and special occasion dining. One of the most unique settings is Y Oak Tavern, created by Frederick natives Brian and Michael Voltaggio inside the restored Visitation Hotel. The property began as a 19th century Catholic academy, later became the Visitation Academy, and is now home to the hotel and restaurant. But you don't need to make every meal a major production. Part of the fun is finding your own favorite. A bakery in the morning, lunch along Market Street, ice cream beside Carroll Creek, or a restaurant you hadn't noticed before. Frederick gives you both award-winning dining experiences and hidden local favorites you'll want to keep coming back to. It extends beyond downtown with restaurants, farm markets, wineries, breweries, and seasonal food experiences throughout Frederick County. My advice is simple. Don't visit Frederick with only one restaurant picked out. Come hungry and leave room in the schedule. Number 3, attend a signature Frederick event. One of the best ways to understand Frederick is to experience it when everyone shows up. First Saturday brings extended hours, special activities, and exhibits downtown throughout the year. During the warmer months, Alive at 5 brings live music to Carroll Creek. But possibly the most Frederick event of all is the National Clustered Spires High Wheel Race. Competitors race through downtown on antique-style bicycles called penny farthings. And watching someone take a downtown turn on one is both impressive and mildly terrifying. It's the only high wheel race of its kind in the United States, set against the church spires that gave Frederick its Clustered Spires nickname. These events aren't just for visitors. They become part of the rhythm of living here. Eventually, you start measuring the year by what's about to happen downtown. Number 4, explore Cunningham Falls and the Catoctin Mountains. One of Frederick County's biggest lifestyle advantages is how quickly the scenery changes when you head north. About 20 to 30 minutes from downtown, you can reach Cunningham Falls State Park and Catoctin Mountain Park near Thurmont. Cunningham Falls is Maryland's tallest cascading waterfall, dropping about 78 feet down a rocky slope. Several trails lead to it, ranging from a shorter walk to more challenging routes. Swimming and climbing aren't allowed at the waterfall itself, but seasonal swimming is available at Hunting Creek Lake, along with fishing, paddling, picnicking, and camping. Next door, Catoctin Mountain Park offers more hiking, scenic overlooks, and a deeper look into the area's history. Before this became protected parkland, the mountain supported charcoal production and the nearby Catoctin Iron Furnace. During the Great Depression, the Civilian Conservation Corps helped restore the landscape and develop it for recreation. That's what people mean when they talk about Frederick's access to nature. It doesn't have to be a major expedition. It could be a Saturday morning decision. Number 5, discover Frederick's Civil War history. Frederick has history everywhere, but its Civil War story is especially significant. Start at the National Museum of Civil War Medicine downtown. It's the only museum in the country dedicated specifically to Civil War medicine and explores battlefield treatment, evacuation, nursing, and medical innovations that influence modern emergency care. Its location isn't accidental. After nearby battles, Frederick became what historians called one vast hospital. Churches, schools, public buildings, and private homes were converted into makeshift hospitals for thousands of wounded soldiers. Then head a few miles south to Monocacy National Battlefield, site of the battle that saved Washington. Today it's a peaceful National Park Service site with a visitor center, driving route, and walking trails across the preserved battlefield. You can enjoy it simply as a quiet place to walk, but knowing what happened there completely changes the experience. Now for the speed round, because 5 could never cover everything. Catch a Frederick Keys game at Nimio Field, where in 2026 the Keys return to the Orioles farm system as Baltimore's High A affiliate, so you may be watching future major leaguers right here in Frederick. See a show at the Weinberg Center, which originally opened in 1926 as the Tivoli Theater. Walk, bike, or picnic in Baker Park. Drive through the county's 3 historic covered bridges. Explore Gambrel State Park and the Frederick Watershed. Visit a local brewery, winery, orchard, or farm market. Take the family to Rose Hill Manor, Summers Farm, Adventure Park USA, or Spinner's Pinball Arcade. Variety is what makes Frederick so interesting. Historic downtown, great dining, exceptional community events, mountain trails, and nationally important history, all close enough to fit into an ordinary weekend. Once you live here, the question usually isn't whether there's something to do. It's which version of Frederick you feel like experiencing that day. Let me know in the comments what you would put in your top 5, or what Frederick spot deserves more attention. I'm Matthew Fields. Thanks for watching, and if you want more honest, real-life insight into living in Maryland, make sure you subscribe. And if you're thinking about making a move to Frederick or anywhere in Maryland, I'm here to help however I can. Don't hesitate to reach out. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.